Hey there. Okay, welcome to Heron Dixon Wellness. This class is going to be about 10 minutes long, and it's going to be a class where we're going to do 12 yoga poses that are recommended to do every single day. And if you do these every day, it has some benefits. It really feels good. It'll help you with your balance. It'll help you walking around, just living your day-to-day life. I do this class as well in a longer version, full hour class, but really what I want to focus on today is just getting those 12 poses in. Now, it's really cool because we'll be lying down, we'll start lying down, we'll be kneeling, we'll eventually stand, and we'll come back down. So if you want to go ahead and lie down flat on your mat, that's a great starting point. And there's some symmetry here. We come full circle. We'll start lying down in Shavasana pose, and we'll end in Shavasana pose. So what do you say? Let's do this. Lie down on your mat comfortably. And again, we're taking a Shavasana pose. So just see if you can let everything go here. Relax. This is one of my favorite positions from which to do a body scan. You start at the crown of your head and just slowly move down your body, noticing each of the parts of your body, taking particular notice of where your body is in contact with the floor. And one reason you do that is just it's a way of noticing your body, noticing what you feel in your body. You might feel your shoulder blades. You might notice the back of your head or the back of your heels. A body scan is really also a great way to come into the present moment. And then just breathe here. We'll also end this little session here in Shavasana pose. Okay, bend your knees, feet flat on the mat. Send your arms wide, right arm out to the right, left arm out to the left.
Hey there. If you're enjoying these videos and you believe meditation can be helpful to you, then I have great news. Right down here in the comment and description for this video is a link to a 5-day self-guided introduction to meditation. It's only 5 minutes per day. You'll learn 4 different meditation techniques. Meditation has changed my life and it can change yours too. Thank you.
And let your knees fall to the right. This is called a supine twist. Your spine moves 7 directions. Twisting is 2 of those directions. See if those legs can be completely heavy. That doesn't mean they both made it over to the floor. That just means they're relaxed. See if you can let go of the tension in your legs. For me, that's usually the top leg, in this case, my left leg. Bring your knees back to center, feet flat on the mat. Let your knees fall to the left. Same thing. See if those legs can be completely heavy. Perhaps you notice a difference, right side from left side. That's very normal, so don't worry about that if that's the case. Come back to the center, feet flat on the mat, and bring your arms back down by either side and roll your hips up to the ceiling. Number 3, bridge pose. Now that supine twist and bridge pose, what we're doing here, if you ever wake up and your lower back is sore, it's not a real serious issue. Your back's going out of whack a little bit. These 2 are fantastic exercises to do. Lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Those quadriceps are engaged. Lower your hips and then bring your knees to your chest. Let's go ahead and bring right hand to the right knee, left hand to the left knee. Pull those knees in enough to feel your spine flatten on the back and rock side to side. This is not one of the 12 poses, but this is a wonderful little interlude here. And then come back to stillness and straighten your legs up to the ceiling, legs up the wall. There's number 4. Now, hands behind your thighs to support your legs is a wonderful option here. Actually doing this at the wall is just phenomenal. If you do it at the wall, you want to slide your hips as close to the wall as possible before sending your feet up towards the ceiling. This is an inversion. Your feet your feet higher than your head. And then bend your knees, feet flat on the mat, send your legs long. All right, let's take our arms overhead for a big stretch. Just kind of stretch all that out. And then bring your hands back down by either side. Okay, we've done the first 4. Let's sit up just long enough to transition over to hands and knees. Tabletop position. All right, in tabletop position, we want our knees under our hips and our hands under our shoulders. And the first thing we'll do here is spread our knees wider than our hips and let your hips fall back toward your heels, child's pose. Now, child's pose. You've probably seen the cartoon. Child's pose is always appropriate. This is also an inversion. That head is slightly lower than your heart. Shoulders relaxed, neck relaxed, upper back relaxed, arms relaxed. This is a resting child's pose. An active child's pose would be arms straight so that your shoulders are engaged. But here we want to be a resting child's pose. Let those hips be as heavy as possible back towards your heels. That's number 5, child's pose. Come back up to hands and knees, and then stand up on your knees. What we're going to do now is called camel pose. We'll do this 2 different ways to give you some options. Bring your hands to your lower back. Base of your palms, right where your lower back meets your rear end. Look at the ceiling. Lift your chest. Push your hips forward. Lean back. I mentioned that your spine moves in 7 directions. This is a little back bend. In my opinion, this is the one we don't do enough. Camel pose. All right, let's relax out of that. I mentioned doing this 2 different ways. Let's try it a different way. Take those arms up high overhead. Cactus your arms. Look at the ceiling. Lift your chest. Lean back. Bring your hands up high overhead. Let your hands come back down by either side. While we're here, let's talk about that spine moving 7 directions. It extends. It twists right and left. It side bends right and left. It back bends. I just mentioned that. This is the one we don't do enough. And it forward bends. Hunched forward, folded forward, the one we probably do too much. Think about looking at your phone and whatnot. All right, let's come back down into hands and knees, tabletop position, and we'll transition to number 7. Bring that right foot forward in between your hands. Your left knee stays on the mat. Right foot is forward in between your hands. Left knee is down. Blocks here to bring the floor closer to your hands would be wonderful. Shift your weight forward, more deeply bend that right knee, sink into those hips. Now, if you find that your knee is way farther forward than your ankle, like I am right here, you might want to scoot your foot forward. Your knee doesn't need to be straight over top of that ankle, but pretty close. That'll get into your hips a little bit more. That's why we're doing this. Walk your hands back, straighten that right leg, fold over that right leg, runner's lunge. Now, one way to do this every day, I'll do this just one time, would be to walk your hands forward, shift your weight forward, deep bend into those hips, and then walk your hands back, straighten that leg. You could do that back and forth several times and get a real good stretch. Real good little flow here. Walk your hands back to where we started, and let's change feet. So that left foot is going to come forward in between your hands, right knee down. Shift your weight forward, more deeply bend that left knee. Sinking into those hips, and again, scooching that foot forward if you need to. Walk your hands back, straighten that left leg, fold over that left leg, runner's lunge. And again, we'll do this one time, but you could walk back and forth, slide back and forth and get a real nice flow here. All right, come back to where we started. Tuck your right toes, get your right knee off of the mat. You're a runner at the starting line. Step your right foot up to meet the left. You're in a forward fold. Very similar to a child's pose. And in a few moments, we'll do a seated version of this. So maybe try to take a mental image of where we are right here. Your knees can be as bent as is better for your lower back. Shoulders heavy, back heavy, neck heavy. Hands can be placed on the floor. If they don't reach the floor, they can be placed on your shins. Hands or elbows can be on your knees. And as slowly as you like, we'll come all the way up to a standing position. All right, so we're at the top of the mat. So we're going to move to number 7, which is step your left foot back as far as you can, bend your right knee, arms overhead, high lunge. Right knee bent, left knee straight behind you. That left heel is not planted on the floor. All 10 toes are going the same direction. High lunge. Step your left foot forward, back where we started. Step your right foot back. Go the other way. Left knee bent, right leg straight, arms up high overhead, high lunge. Step your right foot forward. Now let's stand wide-legged on the mat. Okay. Lift your right toes, point your right toes out to the side. Your feet should be perpendicular. Look down at your feet. You want your right heel lined up with the left arch. Take your arms out wide. Reach your right hand out and then cartwheel over, triangle pose. Right hand to the inside of that right leg, left hand up to the sky. We're trying to have a straight line between our middle fingers. Now, an important thing here is we want to open that shoulder up. So in my case, if at the lower I bring my right hand, the less my left shoulder is open. You see how I'm coming forward here? This is a triangle. If one thing you'll hear in yoga classes, I don't necessarily agree with this prompt, this cue, but think about being between 2 panes of glass. All that means is those shoulders are very open. All right, come back to where those feet are parallel in that wide-legged position. Lift your left toes, point your left toes out to the side. Look down at your feet, make sure they're perpendicular. Bend, take your left hand, reach out, cartwheel over, triangle pose. Stand back up. Out of that, let your arms come down. Maybe shake them out to relax them a little bit. Now your feet are parallel again. Bring them just a little bit wider than your hips. Lift your toes. Point your toes out to the side. Take your arms overhead. Bring your hands to heart center. And begin to sink your hips down to the mat. A yogi squat. Now, if you can, heels stay planted on the floor. Back stays straight. You've just come straight down. This is not accessible to everybody. So modify as needed. But the idea here is we're sinking our hips as low as possible to the floor. A wonderful, wonderful, wonderful option here is to put a block underneath that you can sit on. This is one that's recommended to do every day and maybe even hold for several minutes. So you could possibly add that to your routine. Yogi squat. Most of us reach the stopping point in our ankles or our knees. So again, when you've gotten as low as you can go, take one more breath, and then safely and comfortably, let's come back to our seat. We'll take our legs long in front of us, legs together, legs long. Take your arms up high overhead, and then fold forward. Let your hands come down to your legs. Wherever they land is the right place. We're not making sure we touch our feet. We're not proving to anybody else we can touch our feet. Our hands are just coming comfortably down to our legs. In my case, they don't even reach my ankles. And then I'm going to see if I can soften here. I'm just going to fold forward. Remember I said when we were standing up in a forward fold that we would do this. So this is the last one, number 12. Seated forward fold. And then let's just lie back down where we started, Shavasana pose. And there you have it, my friends. 12 yoga poses to do every day. Hope you enjoyed that. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Meditations, little nuggets every now and then, movement nuggets. Hope to see you again.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, there are 3 simple actions you can take that would be helpful. You can like it, you can share it with a friend, and of course, you can subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much.